of over a third of the world, or around a third of the world. And so if these trends keep continuing and social media platforms keep growing, the largest creators are just able to reach, literal percentage points of humans alive. And it's this is all relatively new things that we're seeing flesh out in real time. And so it's pretty crazy.
No, I see this time. This is what I love about what you're saying when you're talking about the growth of the social media platforms. I'm a little older than you two.
Maybe just a smidge.
Just a smidge. I started out in the sports world. I was a football player who didn't start acting until I was 30. And didn't know it was my gift. Didn't know, but it was a different time.
2 hours chat.
Back
We hit
then,
2 hours
the
live, yo.
Hollywood basically
That was the
told
goal
you who
for
the
today
celebrities were.
chat,
You
bro. That
believed
was
them.
a W right
But what I
there.
like now is that the shine is all
Crazy,
celebrity,
crazy work.
and you get to pick who you want. It's kind of different now. Someone
right.
who's sitting just like you guys were can be bigger than the Hollywood movie stars. It's never been a time in human history where it's been like that, and that's why I look at this as an opportunity for everybody out there. If you have, but see, you guys had to work, man.
Hey, I started with nothing. I started with a PlayStation 4, and I'm pretty sure any kid out there has a PlayStation or any console in their room. So I didn't have nothing. So you can start off from anywhere. Seriously, like you don't need the best of the best of equipment. I promise you. When it comes to
that's
doing
real.
streaming.
And my next question, and you brought it up earlier, authenticity. This question is for both of you. How do you guys keep it real when millions of people are watching you? One thing that a lot of people are really scared of is showing themselves in front of the camera, and showing themselves to the world because, they face ridicule, they face a lot of everything. Talk to me about that process and how you go through it.
I can kick it off. Speed is his content revolves around him solely. Mine, I have more people in my videos, so he'll probably, if you're trying to be really, really, one-on-one with your audience, he probably will have better advice than me. But for the most part, with
Speed
me,
is
agree.
very
You want to
one-on-one.
be able to connect, and it's even harder because we have such global audiences and people all around the world care about different things and grew up differently and things like that. And so one of the ways that I connect with them is that's why it might seem silly why like I referenced earlier why I bury myself alive for 7 days, but that video is essentially me in a coffin just communicating with my fan base for 15-20 minutes because the whole video is just me being buried alive. Or I spent 7 days on a deserted island, 7 days in solitary confinement. We do a lot of videos where we trap me in things that aren't as fun, but it's just basically a video that revolves around me doing something. And so then I can be vulnerable about the experience and I can connect with my audience. And so for us, it's just mixing in content that allows you to do it. And it is very important because that is the appeal of social media. Is it's not, Speed's not playing a scripted character. He's being himself. So people, like I see some little kids over here, they probably watch Speed stream. And so, they know him like they know their friends. They probably arguably know Speed better than they know their friends just because they've seen him talk more, they've watched him more, and they've heard him speak more, they know more about him. And that's kind of the appeal. If you're not being authentic, people can tell. Like you can't hide it. Like he probably has, I'm just making up a number, but over 10,000 hours of him talking on the internet. Like if he was trying to be someone he's not, people would have noticed. They would have seen a bunch of inconsistencies, and then it just destroys the allure of it.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing with me, I'm 24/7 talking with my fans. I'm a streamer, so I got the chat literally attached to my hand, looking at chat 24/7, talking to them. Inside jokes. I see my fans as my friends, so it's like basically talking to your friends. You just gain a connection with them because I'm just with them every day, 24/7, talking to them, and things happen during the stream, and you grow. It's like you growing with your friends, So
For
that's why
real,
with me
though.
it's super different because I'm just always talking to them. I'm always on the camera, hours. Like I was live for 35 days just recently, 800 hours straight.
Damn.
ChatGPT can now create website wireframes.
Oh,
He did a live stream where he went to every state in America, didn't stop streaming for 35 days. He streamed when he was sleeping, everything
Yeah.
for 35 days straight.
so with that, you just gain just a good bond. You just gain a good connection with them, you know.
No, I can see that. I can see that.
Oh, really,
this is
yo?
crazy, man. And I love the connection that you have with both of your audiences. And that is the definition of being authentic. You know, it's funny because I had a question come to me when I had some success after White Chicks and Everybody Hates Chris and with Expendables, and people were like, this guy came up to me, he said, hey man, how do you keep up your image? And I said, you don't have one. You just be you.
Just be you.
And that's the easiest way to be. And that's the next question that I wanted to ask you guys is, just like I was given this question, what is your piece of advice, your top 3 pieces of advice for the next generation?
Let's hear this chat, bro. This must
of
be good chat,
streamers,
bro.
of celebrities, of people who really, really want to reach that level that you guys have.
All my streamers and content creators,
things.
listen up, chat.
For one, I would say, obviously this might be the most cliche one, but it really like means a lot, is be yourself. Like, don't try to become me, try to become a better me, you know, like don't try to chase on what I did. Do something, like become better than me. Don't become like me, become better than me. So that's the first one that I say.
Better
The
than
second
him.
one that I would say is Beast, you help me on this.
I can jump in and help. Well, I think, yes, that in terms of making the content successful is important.
For real, though.
In general, you know, I know this is being broadcasted, and obviously due to our fan base, a lot of younger people are going to see it. I think, in general, you should, my biggest thing has always been surround yourself with people who make you what you want to be. You know, obviously, if you spent, you know, the next year, a couple hours a day with me and Speed, you would naturally be infinitely more successful as a content creator. You don't have that ability, but who are the people, you know, the people who go to your school or in your friend group that you can surround yourself with that will push you to be the version of you that, you know, would actually be successful in that. So really, you know, if your closest friends, you know, don't care at all about social media or being successful in that regard, then the probability of you succeeding is infinitely lower. So I would start with, who are you around? What kind of stuff are you consuming? And then when you do get into creating content, find something that you deeply enjoy, because yeah, it's, if you look at the data, the #1 most coveted job in developed societies is people want to be a YouTuber. That is just like, you know, 20 years ago, like in the West, it was they wanted to be an astronaut or this or that. Now they just want to be a YouTuber. It's like, it crushes every other job by a mile. And so many tens of millions of people are gunning for it. And the reality is, like, I mean, it took him years, it took me decades to make, or over a decade to make it. And if you don't love it, you're going to quit way before you even make it. So it's
something that you got to fall in love with, and you got to put your all into it. You got to be
For
very
real, you have to
determined,
be
because
in
there's
it
millions
and
of other
fully
creators
yeah.
that's trying to do the
in
same
it
thing.
for
So-
real.
So the thought
Bro.
of you doing it for 10 years before anyone potentially watching you, which is a
Damn,
real
it's
scenario for
real.
a lot of people, you know, makes you want to vomit and scares you away, then it's probably not for
Yeah,
you.
it's
But
not
if you
for
hear that and you
you.
go, well, I love doing it, and this is what I'm deeply passionate about. And in my case, when I was 11, I was like, I'm going to become a YouTuber or I'm going to die trying. Those were the only two
Damn,
outcomes.
die trying is
You kind of need that
extreme,
level of
bro.
stubbornness, because to make content that people watch, it has to be better than what's out there, and it's going to take you many years to develop
Many
those skills.
years,
So
for
you have
real,
people
though.
around you who push you, who
Slowking,
make you
bro.
better, who are also obsessed, and you're making content that you deeply enjoy making, and you're fine with doing for a very long time without anyone watching, you at least have the guardrails to achieve success, in my opinion.
Wow.
Wow.
This is good. Was that 2? Or we got one more
And then
left.
his third one, we'll make his the third one.
We got
Be
one more
authentic.
piece of advice left.
All right, yeah, let's get one more out of Speed.
Okay, one more I would say is, you kind of just pushed all the buttons.
It's good.
All right, I'm making $1,000 a month for the rest of my life because I.
Derry, putting him on the spot.
I got another
Yeah,
question.
put me on the
You want
spot,
me to?
cause he kind of like really like generalized it, you know, like to a point. But another one that I could say is, when it gets hard, it's going to get hard. It's definitely going to get hard, and it's going to be a point where nothing's growing. It might be a point where you have no viewers. You know, I started off with no viewers.
Damn,
So
bro.
when you get to that point, that wall,
That
that
wall,
wall
yeah.
breaker, it happens to everybody, every creator
Every
out there
creator.
who wants to do this. You know, you just got to push through that, try something new, and keep going. You know, you got to find a new
Damn.
lane. So I started off with 0 viewers, 1 viewer, but I kept going.
Yeah, bro. I've started out with two,
You know,
man.
to allude to the
So man's
point
on the way
that you
up.
just brought up
Trust.
about it being hard. One thing, I'm gonna add this question because it's not on the list, but you know, the thing about social media is that it can be unforgiving. And what I mean is the comments. Everybody, you know, you see the comments, you hear the comments. How have you guys dealt with really, you know, bad treatment or comments or, you know, things that can really affect your mental health? This is one thing that I want to bring up, especially with young streamers and different things. How have you guys dealt with naysayers or what you call haters?
I mean, it got to me to a point early in my career. I wasn't used to it, you know, but at the end of the day, you're on the internet, and people are going to say whatever they want about you. People are going to say whatever. They can say whatever about you because you put yourself on the internet. You put yourself in them shoes. But as growing on the internet and streaming for like the past 5 years, I gotten better at it. But I just tuned to like realize that people are gonna like whatever. Like you can do the best thing in the world, and somebody will still nitpick or say anything bad about that. So what I just started to realize is just, you know, you just got to keep going. You know, you can't listen to it. You know, it don't. Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, I mean,
kinda
what,
like-
It doesn't
I'll-
define you
I'll
at all.
echo on
for
what he's
real,
saying
though.
and do a +1. And the way I like to view it is exactly what he said. You know, at the scale our audiences is, someone's always going to have an issue with what you're doing. And so it's more a percentage game, right? Like if he does a live stream, 5 million people watch it. You know, if there's only 100 negative comments and there's 10,000 positive ones, then, you know, you did something right. Like very few things in the world can you get 99% of people to agree on. And so it's just looking, because that's where a lot of people run into issues is they'll read 20, 30 comments, they'll see 2 or 3 negative ones, and then we'll zoom out and look at the macro and realize it's just a very small percentage. And so if, you know, best case scenario, which is easier said than done, and even I relapse, is just to not, you know, get emotional when reading it and just look at comments as objective feedback. And, you know, if majority of them
real,
are like,
man.
this is awesome, then you're good. If, you know, 10, 20% roughly are saying something like, oh, I didn't like this, or I didn't think this was creative enough, you know, ideally you can just turn off your emotion and just internalize it and be like, okay, like, why do the fans feel that way, and then apply it. Easier said than done, but that mental toughness, I think, helps a lot. And just, you know,
You
making
do
sure
have
you're
to
in
be
the right frame of
mentally
mind when you're
tough,
scrolling it, and
dedicated
make
to
it a
it,
little
and
more objective
fully
and less
ready to
emotional, if that
like
makes sense.
go beyond
That is
your
perfect. And
own
I want to add something to that. Both of
desire
those
for your
answers were
own
perfect. I'll
creation.
never
You know, you
forget
have
the
to
first time,
stay
you know,
beyond that
I
box.
started
For
really
real.
getting into my comments, and I saw one, you know, it's like, hey, Terry, you stink. I was like, I'm Mr.
Oh
Old Spice.
shit,
So
bro. Bro, homeboy wanted to defend himself. Let's see. Let's skip to the
When-
end.
when-
Chat.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm
We're skipping to the end, chat.
does not wait for permission anymore. The new age of entertainment is powered by purpose.
Let's see. Let's see.
You see yourself doing stuff like that?
Maybe in the future I might come up with boxing football. So
You can race a
something
whole
like
lot
that.
of people.
Yeah.
Race boxing. At the end of each race, you box.
Yup, race
Yeah.
boxing.
Hit you in the face and then you run, and then they chase you, right?
Yeah. We should break the Saudi Arabia.
Guys, this is awesome, man.
Let's see.
Everybody, please put your hands together one more time for Jimmy Donaldson, and,
W's.
AKA Mr. Beast, and I Show Speed. Listen,
I
I'm gonna
sure
stand up here because our time is
see.
almost up.
Gary
Now we've learned
Watkins.
one truth,
Yes, sir.
that the world does not wait for permission anymore.
For real.
New age of entertainment is
You just
powered
gotta
by
get it,
purpose,
bro.
community, and access.
Yes, sir.
And that's what Saudi Arabia is building. A platform where the next generation of creators, athletes, and dreamers can go global from right here.
Damn.
So, to every dreamer in Riyadh and beyond, pick up your camera, your mic, because your stage is open. And I'm going to hand it to Jimmy Donaldson.
Damn,
Take
bro.
him out. a.k.a. Mr. Beast.
I should fly to Riyadh or something. We're going.
But I agree, and I want to echo, because I mean, obviously, I look at a lot of data on social media. Tons of people are starting to really